Hello everyone, I am Sarandalots the Awesome, and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more r/insane people Facebook. Without further ado, let's get into this. If you ever wonder what the WTH are they doing in Florida,
If people wouldn't have voted these Democrats into office, then we wouldn't. Then we would have this illegal. Then we have this illegal immigration problem with them being placed all over the U.S., getting people sick because they are sick with no vaccine. If we would have just left Trump alone, we would have had this wall done and built with the right security. We should have been fine. It's nothing but liberals' fault, so thank yourselves.
um, one, the wall hasn't really begun construction, and two, um, you do realize closing the borders is only a temporary solution, and that's only going to buy you a little bit of time, which you need to use wisely. And also, what else is that's going to accomplish? Nothing. It's not really going to accomplish anything. Please don't state your opinion about my opinion.
Simple. If the unvaxxed won't get access to public services, it's only fair that they don't pay taxes. Simple.
You realize that you've been getting vaccinated your whole life, able to go to public schools, and had no knowledge of what's in the vaccines you were given, but now all of a sudden that it's only an issue and a claim. You ain't getting this vaccine cause you don't know what's in it, or
Forcing vaccines is weird.
as we haven't been forced to take them since we were kids. Y'all just love jumping on a bandwagon and being about something STG.
No opinions needed, man.
Um, yeah, I think that person who commented the contrary definitely best says what I would have said, so yeah. People will definitely accept our poverty wages if we just call them lazy.
When it comes to this, attention! Due to labor shortages, Fish on Fire will temporarily be closing at 7 p.m. on Sundays and close all day on Mondays. So we are operating with reduced menu offerings. We will resume our regular hours when America gets off since.
Um, yeah, there are a lot of labor shortages mainly down to the Rona, and because people have lost their jobs, mainly down to the lockdowns, and also to keep the virus contained as best as we can. Local men cannot enjoy Olympics because muscular women may be secretly trans.
I've always loved watching the Olympics and I root for everyone. I've been so busy that it wasn't until last night that I was able to watch them. Mom and I spent half our time trying to figure out if the swimmers in the women's swimming team were men or women, or if they used to be men. If someone chooses to change their heirs, that is their business, but as far as I'm concerned, let's be realistic. If you have a man's body, choose to change it somewhat, it is mostly a man's body. And if when you are competing in a woman's sport, it's nothing short of cheating. As a result, I feel cheated out of enjoying a healthy competition. They've lost their sense of fairness and honor. Says La Olympics, you lost me.
Um, why are you hating on trans people, mate? I mean, seriously, that's none of your business, and also and also, um, the whole thing. Also, they can get a hormonal changes, which can actually more or less which can more or less balance it. So yeah, Karen wants to sue. Just in, American gymnast superstar Simone Biles removed herself from Thursday's all around competition to focus on her mental well being, USA Gymnast said.
Her own excuses offered. She has a faulty moral compass and lack of good character, not a mental health problem. Sue her and make her return all the training funds wasted on her.
Um, okay, just so you know, mental health is far more important than anything. This includes grades, and also, she she's doing this for her own good. And yes, mental health is in fact very important, and it is very real. And there are a lot of people who are great people who have had mental issues. So I am glad she is focusing more on her own mental well-being and not what Karen here wants. Better to remain silent and let people think you're stupid than to speak and prove them right.
Joe Biden said unvaccinated people aren't smart, but at least I can talk without stuttering and I don't trip going up steps. Hashtag Biden is a joke.
Since when did stuttering become a measure of intelligence? Yeah. When did stuttering become a measure of intelligence? In fact, when I was younger, I actually would stutter a lot. So, yeah, and in fact, there are quite a few intelligent people who did have us who probably do stutter or had a stuttering problem at first. Conspiracy theory level 100.
Those who planned this and this did this as well. Perfectly said.
Uh, yeah. One, those all have no correlation, and two, even if they did, why? Why would they do that? I mean, these are plants that just have absolutely nothing, no rhyme or reason to have happen. And plus JFK assassination was actually done by a sniper who was a communist. The 9/11 was done by Al Qaeda, which immediately invalidate the correlation. And also the third one, we don't know. So yeah. Right, their new talking points thanks to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Haha, we can say HIPAA violation. I identify as non vaccinated. I will not get vaccinated. Take a stand. We are not cheap people.
What do you think? What do you think? Should Ohio do the same? Read more. New York City will require vaccination proof for indoor dining and gyms, and etc. Um, yeah, I don't think that's a HIPAA violation. And plus, HIPAA violations would be more for like work stuff, not like you being the customer. That would, at least I don't think. And also, um, yeah, this is mainly to keep the virus at bay because we don't want a second wave. This insane person in a stepmom group.
So, question. My boyfriend has a stepdaughter, 5, whose mother is raising her to be the most spoiled, disrespectful little human being I have ever met in my life. So only sees daughter every other week for 2 days if baby mama isn't keeping her from him. We also have our 12-week-old together, my only baby. We agreed before even getting pregnant that we were not raising our son and his daughter as siblings. We don't believe stepkids or half siblings are real siblings. So we don't allow SD to call my baby brother my baby her brother, and he won't refer to her as a sister when he is older. That's how I was raised, and that's how SO wants to raise them. Also, SD isn't allowed around my son per doctor's recommendation, as her behavior is so out of control and her personality is just too dangerous near him.
My question is, how do I respectfully correct this family when they refer to his stepdaughter as my baby's big sister, and they aren't on board with the they aren't siblings parenting, but I find it disrespectful they aren't following our parenting requests. SD is fully aware she isn't his sister and knows not to refer to him as such, but this family continues to tell her she is. So, do I correct it, ask SO to step up and say something, or just ignore it and worry about my baby boy only? Uh, Maybe you could think of them as siblings, kind of. I mean, they still have it's kind of more of a sister or brother from another mother. So yeah, that's kind of the thing I would say. And also, explain how they are spoiled exactly, because my definition is probably going to be a little bit different to yours. Anyways, with that, I think that's going to do it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.